Welcome to the Bourbon Jerk. Thanks for the click. Today's video, I'm going to give you my knee-jerk reaction to Found North Peregrine 2024. The nice folks over at Found North sent this over for me to review, so I'm going to get into it. This is their latest release in their high altitude collection. Found North, I would say, is definitely a premium brand. I think the least expensive Found North bottle that I've ever seen was $100. They're low volume and have limited distribution throughout the country. They do ship to 40 states via their website, I believe. Some are lottery only, as the releases have kind of gotten to the point where they're really highly sought after and there's just not enough to go around. The 2024 that you see on the label refers to the year that it was bottled, not the year of the release, because it was just released this year. This comes a little more than a year after their first batch of Peregrine, which they called First Flight. First Flight was a limited run of about 1,600 bottles. That blend had a 20-year age statement and contained 20 to 27-year-old whiskeys that were then finished in ex-cognac, New American oak, and French limousine casks. It was 126.2 proof with a derived mash bill of 76% corn, 23% rye, and 1% malted barley. This year's release is a little more than double in size with just over 3,400 bottles available. It carries a 21-year age statement with the whiskeys in the blend ranging from 21 to 25 years old. The proof point is a little bit lower at 114.2. The mash bill is substantially similar with 78% corn, 21% rye, and 1% malted barley. The finishing casks this time are just cognac and New American oak, so apparently they skipped on the French limousine barrels for this batch. According to Found North, their goal with this batch was to achieve a thicker, oilier mouthfeel and dial back that black pepper note that was apparently there on First Flight. Now, I didn't get a chance to try First Flight, so I can't really speak to that or tell you a whole lot about it. What I can do is pour this up, give it a rip, tell you what I think of it. Now, one thing that the folks at Found North said was that after I poured it, I should let it sit for a minimum 30 minutes prior to tasting it. So, all right, so we waited the requisite amount of time, which is kind of difficult for somebody who has very little patience like me. Anyhow, as far as color goes, nothing really here that's indicating what's really under the hood. Ooh. On the nose, this is like a very sweet caramel, like cake frosting. Oh, that is a delicious smelling nose. Yeah, the nose on this is outstanding. I wonder if, it's very mellow, very inviting, and I wonder if that has to do with some of the age that we're dealing with here. Oh, yeah, it smells delicious. All right, so let's go in for a little taste and see if the palate kind of holds up to that. Yeah, on the palate, that is honey and toffee and oak. And it is very viscous. So if that's one of the goals that they had here, was trying to get something that's a little bit more thicker on the palate. I think they've definitely achieved that. Assuming that kind of has something to do with the age that we're dealing with here. This is a really well put together blend. I'm not getting a lot of that cognac that I would get maybe on other cognac finished whiskeys. Yeah, honey, toffee, like honeysuckle. There's like a orangish, maybe like chocolate covered orange and maybe a caramel apple type vibe going on. Bigger finish than I was expecting at the what is this, 114 proof? That's not surprising. The Found North products that I've had in the past have all been top notch. MSRP on this one is $225. So It's not for everyone, but it's hard to argue the price relative to the value, given that we're talking about 21 to 25-year-old whiskey. I'll say this, I've not had a Found North release that I didn't think was exceptional. I believe it was another WhiskeyTube channel that said that Found North releases were BTAC level. I think that resonated with a lot of whiskey fans, myself included, especially those who never see BTAC bottles. I definitely suggest that you visit their website, sign up for their newsletter so that you can find out more about their upcoming releases and get into their lotteries. I'll put a link in the description below. Another outstanding release from Found North, which shouldn't really be a surprise at this point. So there you have it. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Stay jerky.